does Sharanagati mean that one has to leave their family, money, job, etc., and take sannyasam?
Repeatedly, I'm telling you now. Sharanagati is not sannyasam. Sharanagati is how to overcome the I and my consciousness. Before Sharanagati, you go for a job, you do some business, you make money, you buy a car, you buy a house, you get married, you have family life, you have children. You are thinking, I bought the car, I bought the house, these are my children. After Sharanagati, you can still do your job. You will still wear your pants or shirts or your saris. You will not wear saffron robes. You can still do your job. You can still go for a business. You can still make money. You can still buy a car. You can still buy a house. You can get married. You can have your man-woman relationship as a wife and husband. You will have your family life. You will have your children. But your thinking has to change that you are a Jivatma, a servant of Paramatma Sriman Narayana. Therefore, your thinking will be, even though you buy a car after Sharanagati, you will think, Lord Krishna made me buy the car. Lord Krishna made me buy the house. Lord Krishna blessed us with these children. That change has to happen. Everything and anything that you do, you will give the Kartrutva Tyagam, Kartrutvam to Lord Krishna. Phalatyagam, whatever you do, you will always say, Sarvam Sri Krishnarpanamastu. Karma Phalam Sarvam Sri Krishnarpanamastu. Whatever you eat, you will not eat without saying that one word Krishnarpanam. Whatever you do, you will not do without saying Krishnarpanam. Sharanagati is not sannyasam. Sharanagati is a changing your lifestyle. You will eat only those things that you can offer to Krishna by saying Krishnarpanam. If it is not fit to be offered to Krishna, you will not eat it because you will get sin by eating those things. Whatever you do, you offer it to Krishna. And you live with the faith that Krishna will protect you. And you will live with the faith that your salvation is guaranteed at the end of this life. From Sharanagati time until you leave this body, you will be living like a girl or a boy who got engaged to each other and are dreaming about their upcoming marriage in a few days. Same way, a Sharanagata will be there completely dreaming about his union with Krishna in Sri Vaikuntham. That is Sharanagati. Sharanagati is not sannyasam. Is that clear, Mala?
Hariyan Swamiji. The next question is
Very simple, sir. Mala took Sharanagati. Is she a sannyasi? She's still there living with her husband. She's still going for her job. She's still taking care of her children. She's not wearing saffron robes. Many people who are there in the conference, I don't know who are all there. I could see another name, Vasudha. Vasudha had Sharanagati. I could see Dilip Jindal. He had Sharanagati. He is a medical doctor. His wife had Sharanagati. She is a medical doctor too. They did not do sannyasam. They are still going for their jobs. So there are a lot of people who, Divakar is there. He did Sharanagati. He is not a sannyasi. Sunita is there. She took Sharanagati. She is not a sannyasi. Revati is there. She is not a sannyasi. She is with his wife, with her husband and family. Hema is there. She is not a sannyasi. Hmm? So many people are there. They are not sannyasis. They all did Sharanagati. The only thing, they eat only that stuff that they can offer to Krishna. If it is not fit to be offered to Krishna, it is not fit to be eaten. And of course, there are other people who keep on wavering. Fine. Because when the karma comes to fructification only, they can do Sharanagati. If you want to become a cat or a dog or a snake or a skunk in the next birth, Of course, if you have Punya Karma, you can become a Devi Devata also. Or you want to become an animal, or you want to become a tree, or you want to become a human being. You want to go through the Garbharakam, go ahead. You don't want to go through the Garbharakam, do Sharanagati, your moksham is guaranteed. 100% by Sita Devi, 100% by Rama, 100% by Krishna, 100% by Varahaswami. You have a 400% guarantee. That is Sharanagati. Go ahead, Mala.
Aryan Swamiji, the next question is how to refrain committing further sins after Sharanagati?
How to?
How to refrain from committing sins after taking Sharanagati?
Oh, how to refrain from committing sins? You don't have to worry about it. Krishna is there guiding you at each and every stage of your life. For everyone, the Antaratma is telling, when you do Sharanagati, it is almost like you have a constant companion with you, guiding you. Even if you want to make a mistake, Krishna will come and arrange in such a way that that mistake will not happen. Everyone who did Sharanagati and who follow the principles of Sharanagati are constantly guided. You have an invisible force next to you to protect you. You have an invisible guide to direct you at each and every stage. You have an invisible Paramatma to think of you at the time of your death if you cannot think of him. Therefore, you don't have to worry. What all you do is you do your part. Yat karoshi, yat ashnashi, yat juhoshi, dadasi, yat tapasyasya kaunteya, tat kurushva madarpanam. You don't do Bhagavata Pacharam, you don't do Anyadevata Puja. You have the promise of Krishna. Yogam Kshemam Vahamyaham. By doing something, if it is not going to be Kshemam, Krishna will not allow you to do that. By doing something, it is going to hurt you, Krishna will not allow you to do that. That is the mercy of Krishna. Go ahead, ma'am.
Next question is who is Yogamaya? What is the purpose of Yogamaya? What is the responsibility of Yogamaya? How Yogamaya is different incarnation of Lord Narayana, like Lord Brahma for creation and Shiva for destruction.
Krishna himself says, Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya. A combination of Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna, Tamo Guna personified is Yoga Maya. That Yoga Maya reappeared on the planet Earth as Durga, Parvati, with 14 names, as given in Srimad Bhagavatam. Sarva Kamya Vara Prade, except Moksham, Parvati, Durga, can fulfill your desires, material desires, except moksham. Lord Krishna can fulfill all your desires and give moksham also. Ordinary people are always subjected to Maya, either immersed in Sattvaguna or Rajoguna or Tamoguna. As long as we are in Maya, we will be forced to take birth after birth after birth. Only by doing Sharanagati, you will not fall a victim to Maya. Mam eva, that eva shabdam, only by doing Sharanagati, you will have the additional blessings of Krishna to overcome Maya. Her actions are completely under the direction of Narayana. She is not an incarnation of Narayana. By the way, even Brahma, Rudra are not incarnations of Narayana. They are the Amshas of Narayana. Amsha, just a ray here and a fraction there. Vibhuti Yogam, read it. Rudranam Shankaraschashmi Vittesho Yaksha Rakshasam. Amshas only. And her job is to do the bidding of Lord Narayana. She is also subservient to Lord Narayana. When Sriman Narayana commanded his Yogamaya to make an embryo transfer from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini and to be born as Yashoda's daughter and exchange her place with Krishna, come to Devaki's lap, she did pradakshinam to Narayana and said, I'm so fortunate you gave me this job, and did as Narayana instructed. So, Yogamaya is a Narayana Vashanuvarti. Clear, Amma?
Ariyan Swamiji. Next question is, what are the qualifications for Sharanagati?
Absolutely no qualification is needed. Only your desire to put an end to the Garbha Narakam. Only your desire to attain salvation. Only your desire to get out of this Maya. Okay, simple example. I failed the exam first time, 10th grade. I felt ashamed of myself. I could not even come out for a week to show my face to others. I failed the same 10th grade exam the second time also. I felt so bad, I wanted to commit suicide. But I failed the 10th grade exam the 10th time also. This time I am used to it. So 10th time when I looked at my results, I smiled and said, this time also failure. I failed the same 10th grade the 50th time. I'm saying I don't have to look at the results. Mine is guaranteed failure. I failed the same 10th grade 99 times. Now I am saying I failed 99 times. Do I have to take the exam? So I stopped taking the exam. I did not take the exam for 10 years after failing the exam 100 times. Now I totally forgot there is an exam. Sharanagati is a reminder, even though you failed your exam 100 times, this time you can pass the exam. Even though we have taken millions of births and did not get salvation, by our own efforts of jnana, karma, or bhakti yogas, your intention to pass the exam this time is the only qualification. Let me pass the exam this time. Then Sharanagati guarantees moksha. No question asked whether you are a Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. No stupid question asked. Are you a Brahmin, Reddy, Naidu, Chettiar, Raju, Varma? No, no question asked. Everyone, anyone can do Sharanagati. No discrimination, man or woman. Both men and women can have. No question asked how many mistakes you committed so far. Only question is, can you eat only that what you can offer to Krishna? They don't offer non-veg to Krishna, so you cannot eat. They don't offer onion garlic to Krishna, so you cannot eat. Only sattvic aharam that you can say Krishna arpanam we have to eat. Second thing, it is like a marriage. Your marriage is between the body of a woman and a man. Afterwards, they are living for each other. Same thing, Sharanagati is a divine marriage between your Jivatma and the Paramatma. You are offering your Jivatma to the Paramatma. So you remain loyal to that Paramatma like a Pativrata. That means you will not do any other worship of, you respect every Devi Devata, respect, but you will not worship other Devatas. You maintain Pativrata Bhakti, you are guaranteed salvation. So qualification to do Sharanagati, your desire to pass the exam at least this time, even though you failed 100 times. That is the only qualification. Or if you want to know more, your realization, I am a fit for nothing fellow. I took million births. I tried Jnana Yoga, didn't get moksham. I tried Karma Yoga, didn't get moksham. I tried Bhakti Yoga, didn't get moksham. Therefore, Sarva Dharman Parityajya, all dharmas that you have to follow to attain moksham, Jnana, Karma, Bhakti yogas, leave them. Mam ekam sharanam vraja. With pativrata bhavam, do sharanagati. All our sins waiting for us for the next million births are wiped out and guaranteed salvation. Only qualification to do Sharanagati. Do you want to pass the exam this time and avoid Garbha Narakam? That's all.
Does next question, Swamiji? Does Sharanagati have to be only with Sri Narayana? Can Sharanagati be not with Lord Shiva or any other form of Narayana?
The Vedas are saying, except Sriman Narayana and Mahalakshmi, everyone is a Jivatma. Only Paramatma can give Sharanagati. Because that aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami. No Devi Devata has that capacity. Very simple, sir. I'm not a politician. I'm not bringing in politics. Simple example. Since most of us are in America, the President of United States, before leaving the office, can give executive pardon. Some 12 years or 16 years back, there was a President Clinton. Before he's leaving the office, he gave executive pardon to some criminals, whatever it be, whatever their crimes. They are scot-free. Look, New York City mayor can also give pardon, but that pardon is valid only within the 5 boroughs of New York City. They come out of New York City, they can be arrested. New York governor can give pardon, but that pardon is valid only in New York State. If they enter New Jersey, they can be arrested. But if the president, the highest authority, gives the pardon, executive pardon, that person is scot-free. Therefore, aham tva sarva papebhyo can be given only by the Supreme Lord. Let's not go into the politics, whether Trump is justified in giving executive pardons. That's not my business. The example is, the pardon given by a mayor is limited only to the confines of this city. The pardon given by a governor is confined only to his own state, not valid at other places. But the pardon given by the president is valid in all the 50 states of America. Yes, Devi Devatas can give you limited exemption, but that is not valid in other jurisdictions, other areas. You will still take birth. Like worship Devi Devatas, you go to Devalokam. Worship Pitru Devatas, do Sharanagati to other Devatas, you go to Devalokam only, Pitrulokam only, Ganalokam only. Do Sharanagati to Krishna, you will go to Vaikuntham. Even if you go to Swargalokam, Brahmalokam, Rudralokam, any lokam for that matter, Kshine Punye Marchalokam Vishanti. When your Punya Karma is exhausted after enjoying those worlds, you will come back and take birth again, go through the Garbha Narakam and acquire more karma. Only Yad Gatva Nanivartante Tadhama Paramam Mama. Only if you attain that Vaikuntha Lokam, you will not come back. That's what Krishna says, Brahma Bhuvana Lokan, Punaravartinorjuna, Mama Pechyate Kaunteya, Punarjanma Navidyate. Only the Sharanagati done to Lord Sriman Narayana will give you Vaikuntha Prapti. The other pujas, bhakti or Sharanagati to other Devi Devatas will take you only maximum to the highest world. Highest world in Prakriti Mandalam is Brahma Lokam. Even if you go to Brahma Lokam, even if you stay there for 12 hours, that is as good as you enjoyed the happiness on planet Earth for 4,320,000,000 years. But that 4,320,000,000 years here is not even 12 hours of Brahma. Then afterwards, your Punya Karma is exhausted. You will again come back and take birth again. It is your choice. You will become Ayaram, Gayaram. Gata Gatam Kama Kama Labhante. Only by getting moksham, you will not take another birth. Rest of you will get another birth. Therefore, the Sharanagati is done only to Sriman Narayana for moksham. Is that clear, Amma?
Ariyan Swamiji. Someone called Chakradhar wanted to ask a question. Please go ahead, sir.
Yes. Narayan Swami. Swami, the question I have is, if Brahma has informed all Devi Devatas of the Krishna's arrival, and they have taken birth as in Golokam, in Vrindavan, why would Brahma also capture the cows and gopas?
Again, you heard. I got your question, sir. Again, I'm telling you, even Brahma is not exempt from Maya. The influence of Maya can work on Brahma. That is why Brahma became victim to Maya. Brahma became victim to Maya because of Rajoguna Prakopam and thought, I am the Brahma I am Brahma the creator. After all, little Krishna stole the cows and calves. As I told you, Maya will overpower every Devi Devata. Therefore, Brahma was overcome with Maya. Indra was overcome with Maya. Tried to rain non-stop for 7 days. Finally, no more rain fell at the feet of Krishna. Maya, Vishnu Maya. Rudra wanted to see Mohini, could not overcome Maya. In the case of Bhasmasura, after Bhasmasura's episode. Therefore, Maya can overpower Brahma, Rudra, and Indra and every Devi Devata. Why did Brahma do that? Because he became a victim to Maya.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Nobody is... So what is... Chakradhar, what is it you have to understand is, when Brahma could not overcome Vishnu Maya, when Rudra could not overcome Vishnu Maya, when Indra could not overcome Vishnu Maya, why Chakradhar is thinking that you can overcome Maya with your own efforts without doing Sharanagati. That's all. That is what you have to understand.
Yes, sir.
And you are driving a car without insurance. Go ahead. Any second accident can happen. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Your choice, sir. You want to drive, you want to be an uninsured driver, go ahead. You want to have the insurance and be safe, go ahead. Sharanagati is an insurance for your Jivatma not to take birth again. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So Vishnu Maya, nobody can overcome. That is why Krishna says, Daivi Shesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya.
స్వామి మీరు ఫుల్ మ్యూట్లో ఉంది స్వామిజీ.
Okay. Sorry, sir. When was it? When did it go mute, sir?
It's what Maya was there. Chakradhar, just you are in the insurance without cars. Insurance.
No. Did I answer
Driving
Chakradhar's
the car
question
without
completely?
insurance.
Yes, Swami. It
No,
went
not
off
that.
like 30 seconds, 1 minute back.
Oh, it went only off 1 minute back. Okay. All right, Amma.
Driving the
What
car
is the
without
next question?
insurance.
What is?
Go ahead.
Okay. So Chakradhar, I'm assuming your question is answered. One other question that's come, Swamiji, is can we not go to Vaikuntham from Swargalokam?
It is almost like somebody saying, can I do my meditation by sitting in a nightclub? Can I do my meditation in Atlantic City in a casino? Can I go to Las Vegas, enjoy half-naked dances one side, with alcohol bottle in my hand, with a smoking and cigarettes in my hand, eating non-veg, etc.? Can I do my Krishna Japam? That place is not conducive. Swargalokam, people go there only for enjoyment. Oh, by the way, there are no temples in Swargalokam. Everything is like a nightclub. Everybody goes there with a punya karma. You go to Atlantic City, Las Vegas with your credit card. The minute you go there, they will swipe your credit card. Okay, sir, your credit balance is $30,000. Welcome, sir. Your credit balance is $2,000. Welcome, sir. $50,000. Oh, all the more welcome, sir. You can keep on gambling, drinking, dancing, eating, merrymaking. But the minute your credit card balance becomes zero, get out, sir. Traividyamam somapa putapapa yajnerištva swargatim prardhayante. Te punya masadya surendra lokam ashnanti divyam divideva bhogam. Te tam bhunktva swargalokam vishalam kshene punye marchalokam vishanti. As long as your punya karma is there, you will go there to enjoy Swarga Bhogas. Enjoy, drink, dance, girls, plenty. 32,000 girls to enjoy. Do everything. So, with everybody there enjoying, merrymaking, singing, dancing, eating, drinking, if you say, I will go there and do Sharanagati or do meditation and do moksham, good luck. Indradi devatas themselves did not do Sharanagati. That is why they say, Martya Manushya Bhuvane Mati Mashrayante. So if you go to Swargalokam, when they are interested in moksham, they will say, to hell with this Swargam. I came to the wrong place to think of Swargam. They leave Swargam. They will come back to planet Earth. They will take birth in orthodox families, religious families, or Mahayogis families, and do Sharanagati to get moksham. Therefore, the probability that you will do Sharanagati or attain moksham after going to Swargalokam is, I don't know, you can imagine yourself, not even 0.1%.
Namaskar, Acharya. I have one question related to the Bhutana story that you were telling, right? The incident from Bhagavatam. Bhutana from the previous birth had two wishes to feed Krishna, as well as I think she wished to kill Krishna too. But in Krishna Leela, the only first wish actually happened, right? She was able to feed her, but she couldn't kill. Am I interpreting in the right way, Acharya?
There is nothing for us to interpret, sir. This is how it happened. Bhagavan Krishna wanted to fulfill the desire of that woman, whether she is Balichakravarti's wife or daughter. So she wanted, and he blessed her. That's all.
Thank you.
So she came with a negative idea. In spite of that, Krishna accepted her as a mother. That is the supremacy of Krishna. Because had she come like Aghasura, Shakatasura, etc., that is a different story. But whatever it be, she came like a mother to feed.
Thank you, Acharya.
Got it, Sandeep? Sorry, Sendil?
Yeah, got it. Yeah, thank you, Acharya.
Okay, ma.
Question.
Ma, it is 7:30. It's past 7:30, Amma.
We can take it next week.
Thanks for your patience, Amma, for sitting for so long. We'll continue next Sunday, same time, right, Amma?
Gideon Swamiji, yes, same time, 2
Correct,
p.m.
correct. Amma, any other urgent question, Amma?
No, there's just one question that came up as what is Garbha Narakam? And why
Garbha
people-
Narakam, staying in the womb of a mother, even if you are born as a human being, for nearly 9 months or 10 months, in a very small space in the embryo sac, with a bag of urine in front of you, with a bag of stool and fecal material behind you, and the fetus urinating into the amniotic fluids, and your own urine getting mixed with the amniotic fluids and going into your own mouth and keep drinking. Swamutrapanam is called Garbha Narakam. Got it? That's why sleeping in the womb of a mother is also called one type of a hell, because constantly the fetus will be urinating, getting mixed into the amniotic fluids, and will be going into your own mouth, and you keep on drinking your own urine mixed with amniotic fluids for 9 months non-stop. Therefore, it is called Garbha Narakam. You take another birth, enjoy drinking your own urine. You get moksham, enjoy moksham. No more Garbha Narakam. Briefly and as fast as I can explain, that is Garbha Narakam. This is not only religious, even scientific. If any one of you are doctors, hold on. Dr. Jindal, are you still there? Dr. Jindal?
Yeah, Narayan Swamiji.
Dr. Jindal, you and your wife are medical doctors, right?
Yes, Swamiji.
Is it correct that a fetus in the embryo sac is there urinating, getting mixed with amniotic fluids and will be going into the mouth continuously?
Yes, Swamiji. They live in the same amniotic fluid where they urinate and stool, and the same fluid they drink by the mouth.
By the way, I did not stage manage this gentleman. This gentleman is a medical doctor, Dr. Jindal. Okay? Not Telugu guy, not Tamil guy, Dilip Jindal. And I have not bribed him to give you this reply. He is there listening to the Bhagavatam for the past 2 hours, just like you. And a medical doctor is there certifying you take birth again and become a fetus in the womb of a mother. I only left it with the urine. He used even the fecal material also. Therefore, you know why it is called Garbha Narakam. Got it, Mala?
Gideon Swamiji. Yeah, we can take the next question next week. Swamiji.
Narayana, 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 Narayana.
So, Narayana.
Narayana Swamiji.